Romeo and Juliet play by William Shakespeare. The story begins in the beautiful Italian city of Verona. The streets are busy with markets, musicians, and stone houses. But beneath the beauty lies a bitter hatred. Two noble families, the Montagues and the Capulets, have been enemies for so long that no one even remembers how it began. Their feud spills into the streets, and servants from both houses often fight in public. One morning, a fight breaks out between the Montague and Capulet servants. Swords flash, people shout, and chaos spreads. Soon, members of both families join the brawl. Just as blood is about to be shed, Prince Aeschylus, the ruler of Verona, arrives with guards. The prince is furious. He warns both families that if they disturb the peace again, they will pay with their lives. The crowd disperses, but the hatred lingers. Meanwhile, young Romeo Montague, the only son of Lord and Lady Montague, wanders sadly. He is handsome, with dark eyes and a gentle heart, but he spends his days sighing about love. At the start of the story, Romeo believes he is in love with a girl named Rosalind. She is beautiful, but she does not return his affection. Romeo writes poems, avoids his friends, and complains of heartbreak. His cousin Benvolio, kind and peace-loving, tries to cheer him. Their friend Mercutio, witty and playful, teases Romeo about love, telling him to enjoy life and not drown in sorrow. But Romeo cannot let go of his sadness. Across the city, in the grand house of the Capulets, lives Juliet Capulet, their only daughter. She is just 14 years old, innocent, graceful, and obedient to her parents. Juliet's mother, Lady Capulet, and her fiery cousin Tybalt watch over her carefully. Her father, Lord Capulet, loves her but treats her like a child. The Capulets have arranged a party, a grand masquerade ball filled with music, dancing, and guests in glittering costumes. They hope Juliet will meet Count Paris, a wealthy and noble man who wishes to marry her. Juliet does not yet think much about love or marriage, but her life is about to change forever. Romeo's friend Benvolio convinces him to attend the Capulet ball, even though Montagues are not welcome. Mercutio also joins, eager for fun. They wear masks to avoid being recognized. Inside the Capulet palace, torches glow, music plays, and dancers twirl in colorful gowns and masks. Juliet, dressed in a beautiful gown, shines among the guests. Then it happens. Romeo sees Juliet across the hall. Time seems to stop. He forgets Rosalind in an instant. Juliet sees him too, and though they are strangers, something deep stirs in both their hearts. Romeo approaches Juliet, takes her hand, and speaks in poetry. They kiss, gently, as if they have known each other forever. But then Juliet is called away by her nurse. Romeo soon learns the truth. Juliet is a Capulet, his enemy's daughter. Juliet too discovers he is a Montague. Their joy turns to fear, but their love has already taken root. Later that night, Romeo sneaks into the Capulet garden. Hidden in the shadows, he sees Juliet appear on her balcony above. The moonlight shines on her face as she speaks to the night, confessing her love for Romeo, even though he is her family's enemy. Romeo steps forward and answers her. Their words pour out like music, love stronger than hate. Hearts united against the world. They promise themselves to each other, swearing eternal love. By morning, they make a plan. They will marry in secret. Romeo seeks out Friar Lawrence, a wise and kind priest. At first, Friar Lawrence is shocked by Romeo's sudden change of heart. Yesterday, it was Rosalind. Today, it is Juliet. But he agrees to marry them, hoping that their union might heal the feud between the Montagues and Capulets. The next day, with only Juliet's nurse and Friar Lawrence as witnesses, Romeo and Juliet are married in secret. Their hearts are filled with joy and hope. But trouble soon comes. Tybalt, Juliet's hot-tempered cousin, has discovered Romeo sneaked into the Capulet ball. Furious at the insult, Tybalt challenges Romeo to a duel. Romeo refuses to fight, for he now considers Tybalt family through marriage. But Mercutio, quick-tempered and protective of his friend, cannot stand Tybalt's insults. He draws his sword. They fight fiercely in the streets. Romeo tries to stop them, but in the struggle, Tybalt stabs Mercutio under Romeo's arm. Mercutio falls, joking even as he dies. But his last words are bitter. "A plague on both your houses." Blinded by rage and grief, Romeo forgets his vows of peace. He duels Tybalt and kills him. The prince arrives, furious at the bloodshed. Though Tybalt started the fight, Romeo is guilty of killing him. Instead of death, the prince sentences Romeo to banishment from Verona. Romeo hides in Friar Lawrence's cell, devastated. He feels his life is over without Juliet. He even threatens to kill himself, but Friar Lawrence calms him, reminding him that Juliet still lives and that hope remains. That night, Romeo and Juliet secretly spend their wedding night together. Their love is tender but filled with sorrow, for in the morning, he must leave Verona. At dawn, they part with tears, not knowing it will be their last time together. Meanwhile, Lord Capulet decides to cheer Juliet's sadness, which he mistakes for grief over Tybalt's death, by arranging her marriage to Paris immediately. He sets the wedding for just a few days away. Juliet is horrified. She cannot marry Paris when she is already married to Romeo. She begs her father to delay, but Capulet grows furious, threatening to disown her if she disobeys. Even her mother turns cold, leaving Juliet alone in despair. Desperate, Juliet runs to Friar Lawrence for help. Friar Lawrence devises a daring plan. He gives Juliet a potion that will make her appear dead for 42 hours. Her family will think she has died, place her in the Capulet tomb, and then Romeo will secretly come to take her away when she wakes. Juliet bravely drinks the potion that night. In the morning, her nurse finds her lifeless body. The household erupts in grief. The wedding feast is turned into a funeral. Juliet is laid to rest in the Capulet tomb, dressed in white. But fate turns cruel. Friar Lawrence sends a letter to Romeo explaining the plan. The letter never arrives. Instead, Romeo's servant brings news that Juliet is dead. Romeo is overcome with despair. He buys poison from an apothecary and rides to Verona, determined to die beside his love. At night, Romeo enters the Capulet tomb. The air is cold and filled with shadows. Juliet lies still on a stone bier, her face pale but beautiful, like she is only sleeping. Paris is there, mourning Juliet. When he sees Romeo, they fight. Romeo kills Paris and lays him gently beside Juliet. Romeo kneels beside Juliet, weeping. He kisses her lips one last time, drinks the poison, and dies in her arms. Moments later, Juliet awakens. She sees Romeo dead beside her. At first, she cannot believe it. She kisses his lips, hoping some poison remains. When it fails, she takes his dagger and stabs herself. She falls across Romeo's body, united with him in death. Guards and townsfolk rush in, followed by the prince, the Montagues, and the Capulets. Friar Lawrence confesses everything: the secret marriage, the potion, and the tragic misunderstanding. The sight of their dead children breaks the hearts of both families. Lord Montague and Lord Capulet clasp hands, swearing to end their feud forever. They vow to honor Romeo and Juliet with golden statues. But it is too late. The young lovers' lives are lost. The story ends not with joy, but with sorrow and peace born of tragedy. I hope you have enjoyed this video, but please don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.